Alright, Shalom, first and foremost, I want to give all praise, honor, and glory be to Yahawah, Bahashem Yahweh Shai, Bahashem Rakakodash. And I want to say double honors to the apostles and the elders of Great Millstone that rule well, and blessings to the hopeful elect out there teaching this word in all sincerity and truth, in the hopes that we may edify and feed the lambs of Yahweh Shai, especially in these last days. Alright, where you're witnessing and hearing of wars and rumors of wars. See, we're living in a time now where Esau's kingdom is clearly divided. And as we think about that scripture, that particular verse, which speaks about no kingdom divided shall be able to stand. This man's kingdom is hella divided. The Lord said he would set the Egyptians against the Egyptians, right? That's in Isaiah the 19th chapter. When you go into Isaiah 19, it speaks about future prophecy, which Isaiah, you can't tell us that he wasn't a prophet, because he saw Yahweh Shai riding in upon a swift cloud. Okay? And he even spoke about how the day of the Lord is coming, both cruel and fierce and filled with wrath, loosely paraphrasing. That's in Isaiah the 13th chapter. Alright, so what was Isaiah seeing? Isaiah was seeing, the signs of the end. He was seeing, the great and terrible, dreadful day of the Lord, if you will, as described, in the book of Malachi, I believe it is. I believe it's in Malachi. Okay, because the scripture says, I will send you Elijah the prophet before the coming and great and dreadful day of the Lord. Okay, let me see if I can get that scripture real quick, man. Alright, so what we're doing now is, because you got guys out there getting butthurt at we're always oh, you guys always talk about the chip and this and that and whatever. Well, the chip is a part of biblical prophecy, man. So what the hell are you talking about? What are you talking about, man? Because the scriptures tells us, in 2nd Ezra 15, behold, speak thou in the ears of my people the words of prophecy. Okay? And cause them to be written on paper because they are faithful and true. So these words that are written in the scriptures, biblical prophecy is playing out. Habakkuk 2 and 3. Okay? The vision is yet for an appointed time, but at the end it shall speak and not lie. Though it tarry, wait for it, because it will surely come. It will not tarry. So we're seeing these words, pop off, man. We're seeing the biblical prophecies take place. Alright? Yes, I was right. Malachi chapter 4 verse 5. It says, behold, I will send you Elijah the prophet, which through the Spirit we believe that's a high priest, Rabbi Elder Abba Bivens, man, who came and started teaching 1969 and you had into the 70s. Okay? And that's no coincidence that happened at that time period, because that coincides and directly lines up with the prophecy of Obadiah 1. The pride of thy heart have deceived thee, thou that dwellest in the clefts of the rock. When thou shalt set the nest among the stars, then I shall bring thee down. The scriptures speak about that in Obadiah. Okay, and Esau, that's what Esau claimed to go to the moon, right? And around that same time period. Alright, one small step for man, one giant leap for mankind, and all that bullshit. But then guess what? Alright, you had the in 2019, it was supposed to be the 50th anniversary of that, but here it is, 50 years later, you got all this advance in technology, and they ain't never claimed to go back. Alright, but back then they could go to the moon though, and that shows you that was bullshit. Alright, and also they got the international space stations, alright, and so on and so forth. And them space stations, Esau's gonna go up there. You got them doomsday bunkers. That's in the prophecy in Amos. Though they shall reach up to heaven, then shall my hand take thee, or dig into hell. The Lord's gonna grab these elites up, man. That's Psalms 149. To bind their kings with chains and their nobles with fetters of iron. So these elites of Esau, Edom, the wicked that the Bible speaks of, they're gonna go from riches to rags. In these last days, the scripture says, all thine adversaries, every one of them, right? All they that devour thee shall be devoured. And who's been devouring us the most? Esau, Edom. So they're going down, man. All right, but let's go back into Malachi 4 and 5. It says, behold, I will send you Elijah the prophet, right, before the coming of the great and dreadful day of the Lord. And the scriptures call it the day of doom as well, man. So and Esau's got something called a doomsday clock. All right, so we're in that time. You see, look over there, over the region over there in the Middle East, or the so-called Middle East, as they call it. All right, or the Fertile Crescent, if you will. All right, you got tensions rising over there with Israel, and they're being backed by America. And Israel is known as what? The least of the flock, which is surely drawing out all these nations over there into the Valley of Jehoshaphat, which is Yahawah shapat, spoken of in Joel the 3rd chapter. So what we're witnessing right now is the Lord is mustering the host of the battle, man. The Lord is actually gathering these nations over there to that region. Okay, then they're saying that these missiles that were used over there in Gaza to that hospital and that, they said that the missiles they were like North Korean missiles, which when you look up where Iran gets their missiles from, all right, on the internet it will tell you that Iran gets their missiles from North Korea. So what they're saying indirectly is that Iran is backing up Hamas, all right, which they've been pushing that narrative, man. Okay, because they really want it with Iran. Okay, but guess what? That's why the scriptures speak about the least of the flock. But guess what? Who's Iran's allies? Iran's allies is Russia. All right, remember that the Lord said it in Ezekiel 38 that he was gonna put hooks in Russia's jaws. All right, and that he was gonna put the chief prince. All right, and Russia goes back to the Hebrew word, the beginning word of Russia, Ra'ash, meaning what? Head or chief prince or chief. All right, and the Shah at the end of it is prince. All right, that's where you get the word. You know, you got the word Israel. Yasha Allah, he is a prince of the power. The Shah in the middle, Yasha, the Shah meaning prince. All right, so the chief prince, the Lord has said, look, be thou a God unto them. So we're in a time now where the weak are saying that they're strong. That's Joel, the 3rd chapter again. Okay, they're being gathered over there in the Valley of Yahawah, shapat, man. And you know, the scriptures tell you that terror shall make them afraid on every side. Esau, man, they're getting ready to wage war on your soul, in your cities. It's gonna get to the point now where they're saying, look, your average Uber driver now is a suspect, is a so-called T error, IST, if you know what I'm talking about. All right, your average shopkeeper, your average, bus driver or whatever. It's gonna get to the point now where you're just gonna have these major false flags all over the place, because the way they're bombing the hell out of these Palestinians, well, some of them are Jake. All right, but predominantly a lot of them Arabs, they're getting bombed the hell out of, and now you're seeing all these other nations, they're rising up. But you got Hezbollah now. Israel's got to deal with Hezbollah now. All right, and I saw Elder Apostle Tah's video. He was saying, look, in that video that was put up by the Elder Brother Vegas sit downs, I believe is it Kazak or Karatazar, I believe. You know, so excuse me, man, if I've got the names wrong. Excuse me, Salakia. But at the end of the day, Elder Apostle Tahar did a response to that video, and in that clip they were saying on the news that Hezbollah is thousands of times, more prepared or stronger than they were before. All right, so this thing is definitely heating up. And again, it's demons on the roads, man. You got to watch these people. We got a red warning over here, storms and that and whatever. We got a red warning over here in the UK. But they're saying, look, Hezbollah saying, look, they're thousands of times more powerful, more prepared. I think they got like an army of 100,000 or something like that. So they're ready to throw down. See, right now over there in Lebanon, look, man, there's already war or proxy wars being fought over there. Lebanon's taking out, I think the Hezbollah's taking out something about 30 plus Israeli tanks. Somewhere I saw in the news, man. I don't know if that number's gone up, but you've pretty much got war over there in the Middle East, right? The so-called Middle East. All right, which is it's gonna ramp up even more, man. So this is what we're seeing in these last days. Now, them bombing the hell out of them Palestinians, man, it's led to so much more of a focus to the point where they're saying that these small hats, they can't even go to university with their small hats on. They're getting terrorized, man. Okay, to the point where they're pretty much having to hide, from these Arabs, man. Even in these cities, even my woman was telling me she saw a pregnant Arab, couple, and they were walking, and she saw a couple of small hats passing them, and the small hats cursed them out in their language, and then the Arabs, they cursed them out in their language. And this Arab couple, the woman, she was actually heavily pregnant, so she actually had to lean upon my vehicle, because my woman was in my vehicle, because I had to go handle some business, but she was in the vehicle with my daughter. And she said that the Arab woman was hunched over my vehicle, and my woman offered her, do you want some water? Do you want some water? But in the midst of that, she was like, oh, it's just labor pains, it's just contractions. And even when I'm thinking about that now, that's spiritual, because the scriptures liken these plagues that are happening right now in these last days unto what? Labor pains, man. That's in 2nd Ezra, the 16th chapter. So what we're experiencing right now are these contractions, man. A woman about to give birth. And the deliverance is likened unto what? The destruction coupled with the salvation of the elect of the nation of Israel. When we actually physically get delivered out here, and the Lord's going to change us out of these vile bodies, man. In a moment, in a twinkling of an eye, man, we shall all be changed, right? But that's kind of going into something else. But the point is, the hatred between, Amalek and them so-called Arabs, man, okay, is the tensions rising in response to what's going on over there in the so-called Middle East, okay? Because here it is, this woman's heavily pregnant, she's hunched over my vehicle, and the Amalek is cursing out the Arabs cursing out Amalek, while she's fucking having contractions, man. So I said, you know what, this hatred is rising to the point where, you're gonna have one people standing up to fight against another and swords in their hands, just like the prophecy states, man. So we're in a time where these prophecies are speaking, Arkim, we got like the Apostle Paul said, see then that you walk circumspectly, as wise, not as fools, redeeming the time because the days are evil. All right, because hatred between peoples is on the rise. You're gonna see more. Hey, you got protests of the people, man. Oh, that's 2 Ezra 9, when there shall be seen uproars and earthquakes and uproars of the people in the world. A lot of these people worldwide are taking the side of them Palestinians, man. All right, there's a great level of sympathy that's on the rise for these Palestinians. Okay, so Esau, man, his kingdom is definitely divided, and that kingdom is not going to be able to stand. What we're seeing and witnessing right now is the downfall of Esau's kingdom on the face of the earth, because the earth has been given into the hand of the wicked, man. All right, and if you don't believe that this earth's been given to the hand of the wicked, just look around you and see how wicked this kingdom is. But guess what? We're in a time where the kingdom of the wicked is going down. Like you got Biden. He was chatting shit the other day, talking about, America will stand forever. Listen, Psalms 49:11, their inward thought is that their houses shall continue forever. But what we're witnessing right now is the downfall of America, the downfall of Esau's kingdom. So they can have that inward thought, because that's that pride of Esau. The pride of thine heart have deceived thee, right? Thou that dwellest in the clefts of the rock. All right, they call themselves Caucasians, right? The cave dwellers. All right, and what we're living in right now is just a giant cave on the earth. You got all these massive high-rise buildings, which are nothing but caves. You go to work, you're working in a cave. You go to your house, you put your key in the front door. You're walking into a cave. Caves throughout the earth, man. This is how this man wants it. He feels right at home. Okay, but we're coming to the time where this man, his kingdom is gonna be wiped off the face of the fucking earth, man, and we can't fucking wait. All right, so as we see the day of the Lord approaching, just know that the tensions rising over there. All right, with Israel and Iran, and Iran hates, they be burning the American flag, man. Okay, but Iran is backed by Russia. Remember, Russia is going to be a guard unto these weaker nations, man. That's what we know according to biblical prophecy. So World War III is like Elder Apostle Tahar said, it's at the door. But remember, the chip has to be pushed first before everything goes into full swing. Okay? And ultimately, man, it's going to build up to the nuclear destruction. Yahawah Shai coming back with the missiles. The concentrated laser beams are going to be fired on Babylon the Great. It's only going to take the Lord 1 hour to destroy Babylon the Great. All right? And it's going to come by way of fire, the second death. All right? Because the first death was by way of water. Okay? But as the days of Noah were, so shall the coming of the Son of Man be. This second death's going to come by way of fire. Isaiah 9:5 should come to mind. All right? For every battle of the warrior is with confused noise and garments rolled in blood, but this shall be with burning and fuel of fire. What's that burning and fuel of fire talking about? Talking about nuclear destruction, man. Okay, talking about nuclear destruction, and it's going to be so impactful that America is going to be destroyed in the space of an hour. All right, the scriptures speak about, behold, the Lord I felt Satan falling as quick as lightning. That's how how quick lightning strike. So when Esau goes to make this, this last stretch for this NWO, meaning what, chipping the people and so on and so forth, and you got people buying and selling through means of scanning the palm of their hand or their foreheads with the chip that's been installed in them, that's when the Lord's gonna ramp things up quick. All right, because you're gonna have people buying and selling, like Elder Apostle Tahar saying in a car dealership, you're gonna have people doing all right, but then you're gonna have people getting arrested. You're gonna have rebels. You're gonna have one people standing up to fight against another. We're coming to a time of great chaos on the earth. All right, that the scriptures speak about victuals shall be so good cheap upon the earth. 2 Ezra 16 and 21. You know, victuals, what your food and your provisions, right? People can go into the store right now. They can buy things. Shit, you got smash and grabbers right now that are just grabbing things up. That shows you the signs of the times. You know, you got these GMO babies running up in stores, grabbing boxes as much as they can carry. They're getting caught on CCTV. You know, these fucking stupid ass jakes. All right, wise to do evil, but to do good, they have no understanding, man. Okay, but you know, the victuals being so good, cheap upon the earth, people can just go and, you know, supermarket, scan this and pay for this and pay for that. But there's gonna come a time when you ain't gonna have availability for that. See, people are taking things for granted right now. You know, they got you distracted. Just like in the downfall of the pagan Roman Empire, you had bread and circuses, man. Okay, the amphitheater, the Colosseums, the gladiatorial, the games. You know, inside joke. Yes, like they show you in that movie Spartacus, man. Yes, the games. You know, everyone's fucking. Just distracted by the football games and the NFL and this and that and whatever. The boxing, which is nothing but a fucking joke. You got KSI and Logan Paul and Jake Paul and all these stupid idiots, man. Okay, it's just a fucking joke right now. Then you got the octagon. All right, it's nothing but bread and circus. It's distractions to keep you distracted. Why? If you're not distracted at work, like Elder Bishop Sokoran, beloved elder, was saying, if you're not distracted by work, you go into work, they're keeping you fucking bogged down with work, then you come home and you're distracted by the bread and circuses. It's a fucking constant rat race. You're on like a hamster on a wheel. You know, you're just trying to make ends meet, just trying to keep your lights on and this and that, and then you're distracted by fucking entertainment. So you ain't even thinking about what's going on around you, man. And this is how Esau's got people out here bugged the fuck out. They ain't watching, man. Like the scripture says, watch as well as pray, that you enter not into temptation, man. But I say unto all, watch. Remember, the Lord told us to watch. So we're in a time of watching, Arkim, you know? We're in a time of crying aloud and sparing not. We're in a time of blowing the trumpet. That's why Elder Apostle Tahar be saying, look, maximum fucking overdrive. That's the kind of spirit we're supposed to be in, man. All right? Because we're in we're in a time where this place, all hell is about to break the fuck loose. Now, going back to 2 Ezra 16 and 21, before I lose my trail of thought, you know, behold, victuals shall be so good cheap upon the earth, that they shall think themselves to be in a good case. Even then shall evils grow upon the earth. The sword, famine, and the ultimate sword is what? The missiles, man. All right, killing, and they're gonna kill a lot of, you know, the iron weapon. Okay, the arrows, if you will. The bow. All right, there's many scriptures speaking of the bow and the arrow. All right, the bow representing the nuclear silos, and the arrow representing the missiles, man. Many scriptures going into that parabolically speaking about the nuclear missiles being launched on Babylon the Great. Who shall turn back an arrow that is shot of a mighty archer, right? The scriptures speak about that in Esdras, man. Okay? That the arrow is going to be shot to the ends of the world. All right? So what we got to understand is that we're at a time where these prophecies that the visions that the prophecies were seeing, we're in a time they're playing out right now, man. And the visions were so powerful and heavyweight that the prophets would look like Esdras. He said, woe is me, who shall deliver me in those days? That's how fucking crazy shit are about to, and Esdras is a man of the Lord. That's how crazy things are about to get out here, man. So we gotta get our minds right and prepared for what's coming, because shit, all hell is about to break the fuck loose. All right, I quoted earlier, terrors are about to make him afraid on every side. That's that great confusion. The sword, famine, and great confusion. Famine, lack of availability of food and water. All right, you got short memories. Remember they were doing them train derailments, left, right, and center? Remember during the first wave, they were burning down factories, burning down or shutting down slaughterhouses? You know? Oh yeah, killing all the poultry, killing all the chickens. You know, slaughtering all the cows. They burnt down 18,000 cows. Remember that? So they've been cutting off the food supply, buying up all the farmland. We got to watch as well as pray. And you might, hey, these guys we ain't fucking crazy. We know what's going on. You guys are crazy, man. You're like a Cypher from the Matrix, you know, eating that steak, you know, with the heart playing in the background. You just want to be, you know, you don't want to remember nothing, you know? You don't want to remember, you want to stay in La La Land, man. That's what you just want to bury your head in the sand. Well, guess what? It don't matter how much you bury your head in the fucking sand. Prophecy is speaking. And then we're at the end and it's all happening, man. All right? So, hey, it's not high time to awake out of sleep. Like the scripture says in Romans 13:11, for now is our salvation nearer than when we believe, man. All right. So with that, man, I pray you will, you Arkim and you few sisters that listen were edified, man. You know, because we're at the end, we've got to watch as well as pray. The scriptures speak about, having done all to stand. All right, because we're definitely coming to the times at the end, and it's very exciting, bro. Because after this destruction, after World War III, all of this, hey, when the chip gets pushed, all of that, right? Yahawah is coming to gather his elect, those that stood stiffly for his name, right? Oh, he that endureth unto the end, the same shall be saved. That's the time period that we're in, man. So we got to keep, stay strong, man, through the spirit and power of Yahawah and pray without ceasing, man. The scripture says, quench not the spirit, man. And like that song, relight my fire. Pray for the Lord to keep us on fire, man. All right? Through the spirit and power of Yahawah. So shalom to the elect, man. Stay on fire. Shalom.